Hi everyone, it's Whitney. Welcome back to the channel. First thing is first, you guys, I want to say happy Veterans Day to all of you veterans out there. My husband's a veteran. He was in the Army for 15 years and he was deployed 3 separate times overseas, actually 4 separate times overseas. So thank you for your service to everyone. Thank you to my husband. I appreciate you guys. So today I'm just gonna sit here and do a diamond paint with me video. I don't do these often and I feel like I should talk more often about myself so you guys can get to know me more. So I just thought of 10 things about me that I wanted to share today. But the first thing is, before I get started with my 10 things, is that this is my rainbow eye diamond painting. I got this from AliExpress. It could have been several months ago. Yeah, I think it was several months ago. So I will link it below if you want to check it out. So that is where that will be. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing, and this is in no particular order, it's just with what I could think of the day I was writing it. So number 1 is I am deathly, and I do mean deathly, afraid of birds. I hate birds, and the worst thing about it is that my mom told me before that when I was like a toddler that I used to chase them and I loved them, and I just hate them now. I just do. I actually had one peck me before and it hurt really bad. Yeah, so I just don't like birds. Oh gosh. And every time I used to go in to this Walmart in Texas when I lived there. This one particular Walmart, the birds were so bad, like they would jump you over there. It would be so many of them. They would swarm you and it was very scary. And then my mom, not only that, showed me the movie The Birds by, I think it's Alfred Hitchcock. It probably is him, because it's one of those old movies. I believe it's even in black and white. But yeah, my mom showed it to me and it was just the scariest thing ever to see these birds attacking these people, especially the scene where they did it in the schoolyard with the kids. It was just horrible. It was horrible. I think they should remake that movie though. I just for some reason want to see it remade in color. I believe the first one was in color. I've seen it without color, so I don't know if it's in, I can't remember. But yeah, I've seen it and it was scary. I think it should be remade. And you guys, I'm using these lockables for this kit here, and I already had this kitted up like this, but I probably will not ever use these again. They're like staticky and they stick, and it's hard to open it. But the benefit and the good thing about it is I have dropped these closed and they will not open. So that is the good thing about these, but they're just hard as hell to open, and I don't know if I want to keep like dealing with it or not. I just don't know yet. But yeah, back to The Birds. That is a scary movie. It is a really good movie though, so if you guys have not seen it, go and watch it. It is called The Birds. I believe, like I said, it is by Alfred Hitchcock. So the second thing is, number 2, is I've been on a plane before, like an airplane that was hit by lightning, and it scared me and I thought I was gonna die, and it was the scariest thing. I was coming, I believe, from San Diego, California to Virginia. I was visiting a friend. I was going back home, and this may have been in 2005. I believe it was. It might have even been in 2004. Yeah, I'm not sure of the year, but like I said, I was visiting a friend, and I got on the plane, and the pilot kept getting on the intercom because the weather was bad, so it was raining really bad. So he said, we're gonna go higher than the clouds, like higher than we were supposed to, for safety reasons. And as soon as we were going like up, because I could feel the plane like going up higher, I saw a flash of light because I was sitting next to the window. So I saw a flash of light, and the next thing I know, the plane was hit by lightning. It scared me to death. And the guy that was sitting next to me was a guy and his son. Like, we were all huddled up together, like, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. But, you know, come to find out, airplanes are meant, well, they're not, they are meant. You don't want it to happen, but it can happen. They are built to withstand lightning, which I did not know. So that was perfectly, you know, safe for the airplane. Like, it wasn't safe per se, but it was fine that it happened. It wasn't like anything bad that couldn't be handled, if that makes sense. But it did scare me, and I don't really like flying. I've said that before on my channel. I do not like to fly. And if anyone has DirecTV, I highly recommend this show called Air Disasters. They actually have a new show called Space Disasters. It actually comes on right after Air Disasters if you want to check that out. But it comes on Sundays, I think about 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock. It's on channel 570 if you have DirecTV. It's also one of those channels you have to like call and let them know that you want to add it on because it's not already on there. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, that is that. I got on a plane and it was hit by lightning. Number 3 is I have been married for 14 years. That is a long time. Every time I even say 14 years, I'm surprised I've been with someone that long. I've actually been with my husband for 16 years. We were on and off for the first 2 years because we were really young then, and we had no business being in a serious relationship when you're really, really young. You need to like live your life and have fun. But like I said, we withstood everything. We're still together. So yeah, that's where we're at. Number 4, and this one is not to body shame anybody because I was bullied horribly when I was in, well, pretty much elementary all the way out of high school. So this is not bullying or body shaming anybody, but I got fat twice and then I lost the weight twice. So like the first time is I had my son, and then when he was like 2, he was going through a lot of delays, like, you know, developmental delays. So that was stressing me out. My husband was deployed, so I was on my own with him, and he had a lot of therapy and a lot of things going on with him. Maybe one day in the future I will, you know, talk about what I went through with my son more in depth. I'm not, you know, sure yet how I feel about it, but bottom line, I went through things with my son, and I turned to the bottle, which is alcohol, and I turned to food for comfort, and that's how I got big the first time. And my husband came home after that, and I ended up losing the weight because he had to go back again to deploy, so I lost the weight. And then the second time when he came back home, I was cooking and, you know, doing, basically he was there, so I was cooking more, having to make, you know, have more snacks, and my husband could go get what I wanted to eat. So I got fat the second time, and then I lost it again. But now I'm at a place where I feel like my body is nice and I don't want to do, you know, get fat again. So I'm doing the best I can to make sure that I'm healthy as possible and that I am watching what I eat, what I put in my body, things like that, so that I don't have the weight again, because I am older now, and when I pick up weight, it's not easy to lose it. So yeah, I don't want to gain weight again, but yeah. So if you guys out there have gained weight and you're like discouraged like I was, you can lose it, because I was big. I'm normally like 150 to 160, and I was like at 205 pounds. So you can lose the weight. And I did lose the weight too in a span of months. It wasn't like a big drop, significant drop. It was like I lost slowly, if that makes sense. So the next thing, number 5, is I am a huge, and I mean huge, conspiracy theorist. Like, I believe in aliens, mermaids, UFOs, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. And I've watched several documentaries like on Netflix and YouTube and Hulu that are really, really good. So if you guys are into that sort of stuff, check out Conspiracies on Netflix. Check out Hanger One on Netflix, and then you can go on to Hulu and just you know, go and search and type in aliens or whatever, and it should come up. And then I saw a documentary on the Animal Planet channel. I'm not sure of the channel off the top of my head what it is, but that channel had a show called Mermaids the Body Found, and that show was really, really good. So I do have good shows. If anyone wants, you know, to know them, just let me know, and then I'll send you the links or whatever to them, or just tell you privately, because I know a ton of other stuff that I watched, you know, because I'm a conspiracy theorist, like I said. The next thing is number 6, is my favorite music is 90s and early 2000s music. My husband and I got together in the early 2000s, well, not the early 2000s, it was like 2004 time frame. So the music was great then. It was a lot of Pretty Ricky. A lot of boy bands was out then too, I noticed. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, was a lot. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of 90s music. I think it was one of the best times when all the cartoons were the best, because I love Nickelodeon. And Nickelodeon, if you're watching, get an app like Disney Plus. And I don't mean like how they have your little side shows on what is it, Prime Video? Like, I want everything. I want like Kablam, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Doug, What Would You Do, Double Dare, Double Dare 2, Double Dare Family Dare. I want it all. Just figure something out, Nickelodeon, if you're watching, please. But yeah, my favorite time was the 90s, and I loved the music then. I also like a lot of the slow music, like a lot of the Jodeci, Keith Sweat, H-Town. I like Tina Marie and Rick James. That was from the 80s though. And my favorite song of all time too, just to throw that out there with this music thing, is that I love the song by Zapp and Roger. So if you have not heard it, go listen to it. It is called Computer Love. And this was in, I believe, it might be the mid 80s. So there was no computers like that. So the fact that someone thought of a song like that and named it that is awesome. I just love it. Computer Love. I don't even want to sing it, but oh, I love it. Favorite song ever. And then, like I said, the early 2000s was good music as well. So it just was a good time when I met my husband. The music was the best, because the junk that they're playing now, and I do mean junk, is just nothing like what it used to be. And not everything that's out now is junk. I'm just saying some of it is, not all of it. I also like a lot of Leonard Skinner. I also like Kurt Cobain, Nirvana. So I listen to different things, but 90s music in the early 2000s, best music ever. Okay, what number is it, 7? Yeah, number 7 is I have lived in Japan for 3 years, and it was a little over 3 years. I have said that on my channel before. My husband, military, he got stationed over there in 2009. We left there in 2012. But I was so grateful for going to Japan. It was rough at first, the first year there, because you're away from your family. And by away, I don't mean like you're a state away where you can get in the car. You're like a plane ride away, and it is far, and it can take you a whole day, like a whole 24 hours to even get over there, you know, dealing with layovers and the weather, anything can happen, and it is far. And I did not have any of my family come visit me at all out there, nor my husband's family. So even though it sucked that they didn't come, I always maintain that that was one of the best things for us. It allowed our relationship to grow. And we were able to be with just each other. We didn't have family to lean on to help us out of anything. It was just us two there. We also, we ended up getting pregnant with my son there, but I was on my way back to the States when I had my son in the United States. So I wasn't pregnant in Japan, but like maybe 10-15 weeks, and that was it. But yeah, we were able to grow. So people, if you're in a relationship and you're far away from your family, don't give up on yourself. That's all I can throw that out there, because when you're alone, sometimes it's better to not have people there in your ear to egg you on. It's better to just be by yourself with your spouse or your partner or your boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever. Just saying, I was able to learn and grow there. And the food there is amazing. Like, it's the motherland of ramen. It's the motherland of sushi. So if you like sushi, which that was my next thing was number 8, was that my favorite food is sushi. And I mean, the sushi there is amazing. Once you've eaten sushi in Japan, where it is from, you don't want to eat it anywhere else. So I just love sushi. That's all I can say. I love a good California roll. I kind of like the smoked salmon roll too. Those are really good. Like, those are really, really good. You guys, get in the comment section down below in the comment section and let me know you guys' favorite sushi roll, because when I go to my local place, I might try something different. We'll see. But yeah, my favorite food is sushi. I love California roll, rainbow rolls, smoked tuna rolls, my favorite. The Philadelphia rolls, okay. Yeah. But okay, let's move on. Number 9 is I almost died giving birth to my son. Yes, you guys, I have a son. He is now 7 years old. He is the best thing that has ever happened to me. I love him. And what is the most hilarious thing is that he looks like both my husband and myself. And it is just so funny. I actually have a picture of him here on my desk. Of when he was a baby. I will show it to you guys. I keep this on my desk and I just miss him being this little, you guys. I just do. Okay, let me show him to you guys. So here he is when he was really little. So yes, that is my baby. That is my son. This is my baby. So yeah, that is him. He is now 7. So he was a few months in that picture, but yeah. I almost died giving birth to him, you guys, and it was a traumatic birth. And no matter what, you are not prepared for birth until you actually go through it, and what happens happens, because I had so many people tell me so many great things. Some people were positive, some were negative, and it just, everything scared me. And just make sure, you guys, if you are pregnant or if you are thinking about it, that you do talk to your doctor and let them know how you're feeling, because I did not have a good doctor by my side who listened to me when I was pregnant with him, which is part of the reason why I pretty much almost bled to death. So yeah, and I had a birth plan. I wanted to have him natural, and that like totally went out the window. So yeah, I'm happy my son is here though. Like I said, he's the best thing that ever happened to me. He was such an adorable little baby. I just miss him being little, but he's here now and I love him. And yeah. And the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys, and this may be a funny one to some people, is I got fired from a job on my off day. And I think I was 16. Yeah, I was 16. I was a bagger at a grocery store. I worked for tips only. I was frustrated with one of my fellow coworkers, and I called her the B word, and apparently she didn't like it, so she went and told the manager. So when I came in the next day to go grocery shopping, because I just was in there grocery shopping, I wasn't in there to work because it was a weekday. When I went in there, the manager asked me, could he talk to me really fast? And I said yes. And then I said, what's up? And he was like, you're fired. And I'm like, you're going to really fire me on my off day? That is so upsetting, but hey, it happens. So yeah. Those are 10 things about me, you guys. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, and it was a little fun video for you guys. Like I said before, if you guys have topics or anything you want me to talk about, just leave it down in the comment section and I'll write it down, and I'll start doing more like whipping chats, I think that's what it's called, or diamond paint with me's. I'll start doing this more often. So that is it, you guys. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share my videos, you guys. Most importantly, hit that subscribe button. and I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Bye.